What's up, everybody? I'm back with yet another mail call video, and this is mainly going to focus on Funko. But before I get to the Funko products, there were two items that I purchased from my friend Cat D. Now on Cat D's channel, she used to unbox subscription boxes on a regular basis. So because she would do subscription boxes, she did end up with a lot of items that she wasn't really interested in, and I knew she had two items in particular because she mentioned them to me previously, but at the time I was pretty heavily focused on trying to get some pops that I wanted, but I did kind of keep those items in the back of my mind. So yeah, I did recently cut a deal with her to get these items from her, and let me go ahead and share these here. The first one here is I guess you would consider this you know, it's a collectible figure. Actually, it says that on the packaging here, and this is from Breaking Bad, Saul Goodman. But the reason why I got it, for one thing, it's pretty cool. It is a PX Previews exclusive, and you know, it's a decent likeness of the character. I wouldn't say it looks exactly like him, but it is a decent likeness of him. I definitely like that it has his business card in there, you know, for Saul Goodman. And really, it's because the main reason I wanted this is I have been watching Better Call Saul. When they first announced that series, I was a little bit nervous because Breaking Bad is probably my favorite TV series of all time. I think it's just perfection. There is nothing that I would change about Breaking Bad, and that's extremely rare for me. A lot of times I see, you know, little things I would like to see done differently, but with Breaking Bad, from beginning to end, all 5 or 6 seasons, I think it's more like 5 seasons, but this, well, it kind of got split up towards the end, so the last 2 seasons are a little shorter than the other ones. But you know, regardless of that, I would not change anything about that series. And you know, thankfully, Better Call Saul has been a really awesome series. In fact, if you're a fan of Breaking Bad and you haven't watched Better Call Saul, it's definitely worth checking out. You don't get as much action and drug talk and all that types of thing. I mean, it's really, you know, an origin story for Saul Goodman, and of course you learn pretty much up front that his real name is not Saul Goodman. But yeah, it's a really well written series, and I've really been enjoying it. So it's very cool to have this figure here, and I will find a good place to hang this up on the wall. On the back here, you see they do have some other collectible figures. They have Heisenberg, of course. They got Heisenberg and Jesse there in the I guess you call those the exterminator suits that they wore. Yeah, and they got Gus Fring there as well. Then they do have some bobbleheads also. But yeah, I'm just happy with this particular figure here. And I do have a Crystal Heisenberg pop figure in my collection. Unfortunately, the box does have some damage to it, but you know, regardless, it's still nice to have the pop also. So the next item that I got here from Cat D. Now this is a game I really wish I could play more, but I would not buy a system just for this particular game though. But I did get a chance to play it just a little bit, and the figure that we have here is based off of it. This is Hisako from Killer Instinct, and I really like watching the gameplay of Killer Instinct. Maximilian used to play it a lot on his channel. Maximilian Dude, if you're not familiar with him, he's a YouTuber that focuses a lot on fighting games. I really do like his channel, and yeah, he was heavy into Killer Instinct for a while, and I loved watching his videos when he would play. And I really like the characters from Killer Instinct, and I like the character designs, and I think this is a really interesting character. Now this is really a statue. I said figure, they say collectible figure here as well. I consider this more like a statue though. But it actually says here exclusive in-game unlockable. These statues that they did, they somehow interact with the game. I'm not completely sure how that works. I know one of them I saw, I want to say it was the Jago figure. While you're playing the game, like somehow it would like sync up with the game and actually light up according to what was happening with his moveset in the game, which was pretty incredible. But yeah, I don't have an Xbox, so you know, I don't play the game, even though I still really like the look of it. You see the other figures they have here. They got Full Gore, Jago, Saber Wolf, they got Shadow Jago, and they have Spinal as well. But for some reason, Hisako has been the one that I've seen in stores more than once. And it is really cool to have this now. I am going to go ahead and take this out so we can get a look at it. First thing I saw when I opened this up is that there is this card that you can scratch off, and there's a 25-digit code, and it basically unlocks a color variant for Hisako. So you know, that's a little bonus that comes along with this statue. So here she is. Here is Hisako, and there is more to this statue or figure. I mean, they say figure on the box, but when I think figure, I think articulation. So that's why I keep saying, you know, I prefer to call this a statue. But yeah, that's really good detailing for this character here. really good likeness of the character. And like I said, there is more to her. As a matter of fact, we'll get a close look at her first. Of course, you see she has like this black goo kind of going on her feet. She does like crawl from underground at the beginning with her opening animation, so maybe that's what that's related to. She has these really crazy rings on as well, and there's this really long sharp one that's on her hand. I don't think I ever noticed that before. And actually, let me see here. Okay, so there is articulation, so that's why they call it a figure. It does have just a little bit of articulation. Yeah, so you can pose it just a little bit. I wouldn't say it's like major articulation though, but the arms can be adjusted some. Yeah, and it feels like you'd have to kind of play around with that some. But yeah, okay, so I do see why they're calling it a figure. I definitely like her hair, the way her hair drapes down, and it is just a little bit flexible there. It doesn't really need to be too flexible though. Of course, she has that traditional kimono on and everything, but it's kind of tattered and all of that because she is a spirit. If you don't know that, she is a spirit basically, or a ghost, you know, whatever you want to call her there. Okay, so I'm going to sit her down for a moment because I do want to show you what else she came along with. Okay, she has her weapons here, okay, which is basically like a spear, and yeah, it's basically two different designs. So yeah, the big difference though is that this one looks like it has, you know, some flowers on there, which is kind of fitting because I mean she is essentially a dead character. So I kind of like this one here more though. I think I'm going to put this particular spear along with her. And then she has another head sculpt, which is kind of freaky looking. And let me take this one out of the plastic so we can get a really good look at it. Check that out. That is so creepy. And that is actually her, the wind pose that she makes, the expression that she makes, you know, that very ghostly, just crazy looking image there. She is very reminiscent of like the ghost character from the Ring series and the Grudge, you know, that type of character going on. Even her movement in the game is very ghost like, very chilling the way that she moves. So yeah, that is a crazy head sculpt. I don't know if I would actually put this one on though necessarily. I kind of like the original one that they have, and I'm just going to go ahead and put the spear weapon along with it. So there she is now with her spear weapon in her hand, and it does seem like it grips pretty well there. And the other items, of course, I will keep them close by with her in case I do decide to mix it up and switch out the head sculpt and the weapon. And you know, it's nice to have those options. And this is actually overall smaller than I thought it would be, but I'm cool with that though, just because you know, I'm trying to manage my space. So I'm actually glad this isn't too large of a figure, and it is very cool. And who knows, if I ever come across the others at a really good price, I mean, I'm talking cheap folks, cheap, you know, if I come across them at a really good price, I may consider getting another one, possibly maybe the Shadow Jago one. I think that's the one I probably would like to have the most. Yeah, so this pretty cool, you know, and I'm glad that I did get these items from Cat D. Next up here I have a box, and this should be, I'm not 100% sure, but this should be my first purchase from the app Mercari, I think is how you say it. That's how I've heard some other people pronounce it. So I'm very new to this app. I know it's kind of similar to eBay. You can buy and sell through the app, and I've seen some pretty good prices on there, and I mainly have been looking at chase figures, you know, to see what they have available, and I found a good price on this particular chase figure here, and let's go and see what it is. Yep, and this is what I expected here. So we actually have here Sentient Arm Morty. Now some of you might be wondering why in the world do I have this, because I already have Sentient Arm Morty within my collection. But like I've been saying on my channel, I'm trying to here and there pick up figures along the way, and you know, just keep them on hand in case I'm doing, you know, giveaways or whatever it might be. So this one I haven't completely decided if I'm going to make this an option for the giveaway that I'm running right now. I am running one particular giveaway. Actually, I'm running two, but one of those, the prize is I've already established is going to be a gift card. But I do have another giveaway going, and who knows, I might make this an option. But then again, I don't know, this could be possibly trade bait, because I am trying to get my hands on the Stonekeeper figure. But you know, we'll see what happens with that. Basically, you know, regardless, when I do my giveaway, I try to make sure that the prizes are really worth the while, you know. So I'll think on it, and I'll see exactly what's going to happen with you know, this particular figure here. Now we are on to the main thing that I want to focus on in this video, and this is a hot topic order that came in. I do have the box already opened up next to me. So yeah, I did a Hot Topic order, and I basically had a discount that I wanted to make use of. And that's one thing I do love about shopping with Hot Topic online. There tend to be a lot of good discounts. I'm going to start off with the smallest item, and by the size of the box you should be able to tell that this is a Dorbz figure, and this is a Dorbz that will fit this background here. So let me make sure I got this turned the right way. Okay, so you can see up top here, this is of course Rick and Morty related, and there are a couple of Rick and Morty Dorbz that just released. I think it's 4 altogether. I know they have Rick, I know they have Morty, they also have Mr. Meeseeks, and by the way, that's what I got here, Mr. Meeseeks. And then they also have, they do have Tinkles, which is a Hot Topic exclusive. I'm not crazy about the design of that Dorbz though. I'm just happy with the pop figure. That's good enough for me. And I might be forgetting, there might be one more Dorbz figure, but those are the ones that come to my mind. But regardless, let's go ahead and check out this figure here. Oh! And I knew there was a chance of a chase, but yeah, I didn't really expect to get it. Wow, I'm on a good roll with Hot Topic. This is the 3rd chase that I've gotten from ordering with Hot Topic online. That is awesome. Yeah, and like I said, I was kind of hoping for you know, the chase. I didn't expect it though, but wow, that is very cool. So yeah, the other chases that I've gotten from them, I got the Chase Poison Ivy Bombshell Dorbz figure, which glows in the dark, which is very cool. And then I also got the Chase Heifer Pop as well. And I think that's it. I almost feel like I may have gotten another one, but I think that's it though. But yeah, that is a great way to start off you know, this Hot Topic order. Very cool. And I'm trying to see exactly what the difference is. I forget what the difference is with the regular Mr. Meeseeks. I don't know if it's just the spots on him or if there's something more to it. But regardless, yeah, that's very cool to have the Chase variant. And that one, because it's a Chase, I'm not going to take it out of the box. I'll see if I can find a way to fit it up here later on. Okay, so next up here, I'm actually going to go to this box here, which from the shape of it, you might be able to tell this is a vinyl 2-pack. Hopefully this vinyl 2-pack looks better than the last one I got. I got the Pennywise and Georgie one from Entertainment Earth, and it did come with the paint flaw, which was a little disappointing. But yeah, this one here already looks like it's in better condition. Very cool. So we have here Hellboy and Abe Sapien, which this one, I've wanted this since Free Comic Book Day when I saw it at my local comic book shop, but I just decided to wait because I had other things to take care of basically. Yeah, and yeah, like I said, this one looks really cool. I love the colors on it. Very true to the characters, and I'm still very hopeful that that next Hellboy movie will be a winner. You know, that it'll be a good movie. So yeah, I really do like the look of this, and like I keep saying, I'm definitely a fan of the vinyl 2-packs. Of course, they got some comic book artwork there on the back. So yeah, definitely cool. Really glad to have this in my collection now. And I will, I'm gonna have to rearrange some things in order to get this where I want it to be, because I definitely want this next to my Hellboy Pops. And I actually have all 4 of the Hellboy Pops, including the common, the Chase, the Hellboy Specialty Series figure, and then Hellboy with Excalibur, which I'm trying to remember what that was. It might have been a PX Previews exclusive. Yeah, so this is awesome. And then I got 2 more boxes here, and they're both pop figures, which of course you can tell by the shape of the box. So yeah, I did order 2 pops that I've been meaning to add to my collection. This one I did not see when I was out and about hunting, surprisingly, because it's a common, but I went ahead and ordered it. And yep, we have here the Gwenom pop figure, which I have not read anything about this character in the comics. Even Gwen Stacy, you know, I have not really read much about her within the comics, which I may try. I may give it another try. I know there's different versions of Gwen Stacy, but I did try to read one of her comics, and it just wasn't grabbing me, you know. But like I said, I may try it again. I may give it another go and check it out. But regardless of all that, this figure here is really well designed, very cool looking, and it's just nice to add, you know, to yet another Venom figure. And if you've been following Funko news, you know there's possibly some very cool Venom figures on the way. You know, they got all the originals here on the back, of course, Venom, Carnage, Anti-Venom, which I do have all these in my collection. Then I also have the glow-in-the-dark Anti-Venom, and I do have the blue Venom, which was a Hot Topic exclusive as well. And that glow-in-the-dark Anti-Venom was a box lunch exclusive. So yeah, I'm definitely a big Venom fan, and I definitely gotta add some Venom figures to my collection as well, like the Marvel Legends figures. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. And then we got just one more pop figure here. And this one, kind of wonder if anybody can guess what it is. Actually, I think I said in a recent video that I had this on the way. So, you know, people that were really paying attention may have caught that. But yeah, we have here Hulk, and this is actually the Amadeus Cho version of Hulk. It's just still crazy to me to see Hulk in armor. That just looks so cool. Yeah, that looks really cool. And this one, I'm going to get this out of the box. As a matter of fact, I may get Gwen out of the box too. We could take a quick look at these two figures here, because both of them seem like they are really well designed. Oh, by the way, the other figure here from Marvel Future Fight is Sharon Rogers as Captain America. Not really sure if I'm going to get that one or not. If I see it up close and I like it, then maybe I'll grab that one up. But it's not one I'm necessarily going out of my way for, and not going to order it online. Like I said, if I come across it in the store and I like the look of it up close, then maybe I'll pick that one up. Here they both are. The Gwenom one actually did come with a stand, which I have off to the side right now. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and focus on her first here. Really well designed pop. I like that and the way that the Venom symbiote took her over, it just seems more erratic than even usual with Venom. You see that she has like these sort of spiky tendrils going on and everything. Of course, got that kind of somewhat classic Venom logo going on in the back, but of course it switched up some specifically for this character. And I love how the tongue is just, it's just kind of crazy the way it moves down her body and then comes across her leg and then whips out like that. That is just an amazing design. And it really does make me want to check out, you know, Gwenom within the comics and just kind of see more of what's going on with Venom in the comics in general. I know there's a lot going on, and of course there's these different symbiotes going on. Still nervous about the Venom movie, I won't lie. I think it's still very odd for Sony to try to do like a Spider-Man universe without really having Spider-Man in it. That's just really weird to me. But at least there is the Spider-Man movie on the way. What is it, Enter the Spider-Verse or something like that? That one should be pretty interesting because it does have Peter Parker, Miles Morales, and Gwen Stacy all, you know, with their spider alter egos. So that should be pretty interesting. But yeah, this figure here, really well designed. I like the look of the hood too. You know, the way the hood is, but then around on the front, it almost forms something like teeth in a certain way. You know, it's just kind of vicious looking, and I definitely do like that. And of course, you see teeth along here and along her body and everything. Like, yeah, it's just a very menacing looking pop figure, and yet there's something also oddly kind of beautiful about it at the same time. So really great design by Funko. And then this Amadeus Cho Hulk figure. For one thing, what I like about it is you can tell that this is a different version of the Hulk just by the hairstyle. You know, it's very true to that character. He always has this hair swept up in the front like that, and that's a great hair sculpt. It really does fit that character. Now, I haven't read much about him, but I've seen a lot of images and I've seen kind of breakdowns of it, so of what's been going on with the character. So that's how I know a little bit about him. But yeah, I haven't really read any particular storyline. I need to do that at some point. Also, the color green, that they used here, it really does stand out. I like the look of it. You know, it's simple, but it just stands out. There's something about the green. It's like just a perfect version of green for this Hulk figure, which is not always the case with every Hulk figure. You know, some definitely stand out more than others. And like I said, the armor, it just looks awesome. You know, just thinking about Hulk with armor on is kind of crazy. Yeah, and of course it is a bobblehead because this is Marvel, but it doesn't sit too high. You know, sometimes the Marvel pops sit up kind of high and you can see the spring. That's not the case with this particular figure. So he just looks tough, like all the way around. He looks like he could do a lot of damage. And I like also that these sections here, which I'm assuming that these are lights on the outfit, those are green also. So yeah, very cool pop figure. And like I said, this definitely stands a little bit taller than the average pop size. I mean, now Gwenom is kind of short to begin with, but still, you know, you put her beside him and you can see that significant size difference. So that's something smart that Funko is doing. They don't always have to make 6-inch figures in those larger boxes. I mean, they can go ahead and just use the space within the standard size box wisely and get a larger figure out of it. And they have been doing that with some characters. They also did that with Cole Obsidian, which is a huge pop figure. And they also did that with Juggernaut as well. So that's pretty smart on their part. But yeah, that's going to do it for you know, everything that I got with this mail haul. Definitely let me know what you think about the figures that I received. Do you have some of these in your own collection, or are you considering picking them up? Also, if anybody's a fan of Killer Instinct, you know, let me know what you think about that figure there, and do you have any Killer Instinct collectibles within your collection? If you saw my recent video about video game characters that I would like to see as pops, then you know that I did mention Killer Instinct within that. So keeping my fingers crossed that maybe there will be eventually some Killer Instinct pops. I would definitely be glad to see that. And I'm kind of hoping at some point I can find a way to play that game, because I am interested in it. You know, it just looks like a lot of fun, and I like that they have that simple combo system as well. But yeah, again, that's going to do it for this video. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I will talk to you all again real soon.